Hello, computer scientists. This is Mr. Lang here, and I'm working in my Linux and Ubuntu operating system. Now, this is a virtual machine, and what that means is I have Windows 10 actually installed on the laptop that I am using right now, and I then, with a simple piece of software called VMware Player, I can run virtual machines. And Linux and Ubuntu is a great operating system as a developer for you to be able to download tools that you can use to develop amazing video games, programs, all sorts of stuff. And so my goal is for you to build that tool set almost like an e-portfolio and take that with you. Let's say if you build houses, for example, you would take your saws, your hammers, your tape measures, you would take those with you to different job sites. If you worked on cars and you needed to go work on somebody's broken down car in another location, you would take your tool box with you. If you are a developer, you're able to take your toolbox with you to different locations. Eventually, you're going to be leaving school here and heading off to maybe the world of work or college or university, or who knows where you're going to head to. You want to take that tool set with you. You don't want to leave it behind. You guys are going to be working for the next few years on developing some amazing projects. Maybe you're going to build video games. Maybe you're going to design programs for some microcontrollers such as Raspberry Pis or Arduinos, or maybe you're going to develop just amazing programs to change our world entirely. Maybe you're going to design applications to go on these new phones or tablets, or whatever. So you're going to be designing all of those, and I want you to be able to take those with you. And so with a virtual machine, you can do that. With a very inexpensive flash drive, you can transfer your virtual machine and everything will be there. It's awesome. So what I want to do is just kind of go over some of the tool sets that we use in computer science and software engineering. Now, this is just a few. We use other ones, and we'll be downloading new ones as we learn new cool software applications that people are developing right now, such as yourself. You're developing cool things. I guarantee it. You guys will be developing the next application that we use. So with that, you guys, a couple of them are PyCharm. Love PyCharm. This is where we can, this is a integrated development environment known as an IDE. And this is where we program our Python files. Over on the left-hand side, you can see all of my directories and my files and my actual programs themselves in Python with the little with their little icon there. I can minimize that if I don't want to see my directory. I can bring it back up if I wanted to. Here's my program itself. You can see all the different colors. Those colors mean something, whether it's a multi-line comment, maybe if it's a built-in for Python, maybe I'm working on a string or an integer. All of those things have different colors and they mean something. So you as a developer, you really start to understand what you're working on as you use these integrated development environments. If I scroll down a little bit, I've got a mini map kind of showing me where I am in the program. I can also run this in a compiler. So it's actually taking my code, putting it in a compiler, and I can then test it out. So how many people are taking the test? Well, 2 people are taking the test. How many tests are they going to take that I want to average? They're going to take 3 tests. So maybe Mike's the first person that takes the test, and he got a 78 the first time, he got a 94 the second time, and he got a 65 the last time. His average is 79%. So again, we can use this integrated development environment to program our programs and then to run them or compile them. I'm going to go ahead and terminate that. I'm not going to run through that entire while loop, but that's one tool set that we use. Another one that's awesome is GetCrackin. Thank you, Eric Mayo, for introducing this to me. This has been just an amazing piece of software. And what this does, this allows us to see the different versions of our programs that we're writing. So let's say we're working on automating a house, for example, and we get the lights to do cool things in our house or be able to dim them or make them brighter with applications, maybe right on our phone. All right. And then we want to work on, I don't know, automating the security cameras. So we could branch that off from our master to maybe we could call this security cameras. And then we could branch that off and maybe we want to work on the sprinklers could be automated to water our lawns and stuff like that. We can branch those things off and make different branches. These are all of our commits. If I want to work on the program, I can actually work on it right in this GetCrackin application, and I can see the differences between my two different versions that I have. As you can see, some different things on the left and to the right. Again, you'll learn these development tools and really appreciate the power of them. And what I love about this is it allows me to push my code up to the internet. This is on what I call my local machine right now. It's on my laptop. It's local. It's right here in front of me. But what if I wanted to push this up to the internet so I could work on it other locations or share my code with other people and let them look at my code and tell me, hey, you've made this mistake or that mistake, or work as a team. This is great. So I can push that up to the internet, and then here's the internet. Now I'm on GitHub, and I can actually see that same program right here. I can see all of my commits, I can see my branches, and that actually corresponds to, if I close that real quick and open this back up, so those 8 commits represent these 8 commits right here. These 3 branches represent these 3 branches right there. I could actually then go to my code and open it up, and I can actually then work on my code right here on the internet. That is the same code that I have on my local machine. All right. And then once I got done with it, I could then go to my GetCrackin, and I can pull that off the internet back to my local applications right here, my local toolbox that I have right here. Again, amazing piece of technology and software to have on in your toolbox as a developer. Another thing that we use is, let me go ahead and minimize some of these real quick, is our terminal. Our terminal allows us to also compile programs and kind of see if things work, as well as diagnose and make directories and add people to our operating systems. You can do all sorts of things in your terminal. I'm just going to do an ls real quick, standing for list, and I can see my programs that I have right here, and they're Python programs with a .py, and so I can tell, hey, I want to run, Python, and I am misspelling things, Python 3. That's the compiler I want to use, and now I can call an actual program that I want. So 2.5.3, I can use my tab to autofill, and it's going to compile my amusement park program right here. So, hey, welcome to the Jurassic World theme park. Let's see if you can ride the roller coaster. So I can enter my age. I'm 12 years old, let's say. Enter your height in inches. I am 56 inches tall. Hey, I can ride the roller coaster. Awesome. Welcome to Jurassic Water Park. Let's see if you can go in the wave pool. Can you swim? No, I can't swim. Do you have a life jacket? Yes, I have one of those. Oh, awesome. I can go into the wave pool. And then my program is done compiling. So believe it or not, that is a program that we wrote in PyCharm. You could compile it there, but you can also compile it here as well. And you can also write programs in different notepads or whatever, text editors, I should say, and run your programs in the terminal as well. Pretty cool. So that's another toolbox that we use. We also have our Arduino toolbox here. So this is our Arduino IDE for our integrated development, where we can write programs to run on our microprocessors. And another cool thing we do in computer science and software engineering. So this is a great toolbox that you can take with you. We also utilize our Audacity to make our MP3s and our sound files and stuff like that. We then also utilize our GIMP in order for us to work on different images that we want to use, or sprites that we want to use when we're designing our games. So as you become a developer and you join our research and development courses and you start building video games, you're going to need to make those sprites for your games, or you need to make those sounds for your crashes or your whatever things that you have blasting all around you in your games. You can design those right in Audacity. If you need to make music, there's awesome music software that you can download right into your toolbox, take your toolbox with you when you leave, and all of your applications are right there. So really, running a virtual environment is amazing. So it's your toolkit. You're going to be able to take it when you leave. And so trust me, there's going to be a lot of other applications that we use. These are just some of my favorites that I use, but there are a lot of other applications that we have installed on our computers for us to work on different things, such as Android Studio, my ACS class, my Advanced Computer Science. They build applications for phones and tablets that is really cool. We learn more about the Java programming language. Here's Atom is another very similar to PyCharm that lets us develop programs, and our drone blocks that we use to help fly drones. We fly drones here in computer science and software engineering. Well, we've got to program those, and we program those in Python right there in our drone blocks, and it's amazing what we can do with flying drones. Let's see here. What other cool things we got? You may have heard of Scratch before. All these we can just download and use right here. Sublime is a great text editor. Again, that we can just write our text or our programs in Sublime and run them in our terminal that we have. We have our system monitor that I have us utilize. We got our utilities. So again, you can go out as a developer to the Software Center and see if there's any other types of applications that you can use as a developer to really help you out. So here's your development tools, and here are some amazing tools. I have students just going out and seeing if this tool, what it works, what does it look like. This is where, again, Mr. Mayo showed me a little bit about GetCrackin, and I love it. So again, thank you. So test out these as a developer. What do all these different development tools use? This is your toolbox that you guys will take with you. So pretty cool. Love Linux. You will too. And so thank you for being my student, and thank you for being a computer scientist.